You know, the Apothecary Diaries really needs to chill, needs to slow down, and they kind of need to stop. Because if they keep up what they've been doing, not only over the course of season 1, but now what they've been doing over the course of season 2, we're going to get closer and closer to the territory that they're ruining other anime for me, especially those with long-term plots. Because, well, it's little moments, like, hey, we're going to teach the maids education. Yeah, that's cool. You know, the Emperor seemed like a more progressive guy. Kind of makes sense. Sure, episode or two later, maybe you see them with books and stuff. That's about where most of these shows will go. No, no, no. Cut a few episodes later after that, you see them in school. Because, hey, this is a realistic world. We're not just going to say, education enters poverty minds, and it's done. No, we're probably going to cut to season 3 at some point and still see them studying because it's a long-term process. Those little moments alone, enough to make me say, damn, like this author really understands long-term plot points and going back to smaller things better than a lot. But then you also look at, you really have to remember a lot of stuff from season 1 when you look at Jinshi and the Emperor and the Bloodline, and then how it relates to this current episode, which is, you know, a back in the day escape room, all things considered, that dealt with colorblindness. They are setting up so much, and I know damn well, come season 4, we're going to look back at an episode like this and tie it together with some revelation. I'm crystal clear on that detail. But if they keep it up, they're ruining other anime for me. I ain't gonna lie. It's just that good. Of course, you want to support my work, see my full thoughts on these episodes, we do got the Patreon where we got the full live reactions available exclusively over there if you're so interested. So I'm probably going to get some stuff wrong here. Forgive me, I'm not a supercomputer. But if you look at just this episode, what I'm about to say I'm pretty sure will sound wrong, but if you remember stuff from season 1, I think I'm in the ballpark of being right. At face value, ignoring like characters obviously like Mao Mao have no idea who Jinshi is. She literally says in this episode, who really is he? Is he just the favorite eunuch or what's going on? Because clearly the Emperor has a lot more of a connection to someone than he has any right to be. At face value, Jinshi would appear to be the heir. So like say the Emperor gets killed next episode. People know Jinshi would be, you know, raised up because he's being presented as the brother, right? He's being presented as the brother. So if he doesn't have an heir, such as a son, it would go to him. If we use season 1's knowledge and everything that we've learned, I'm pretty sure what's actually happening is that Jinshi is actually the firstborn son of the Emperor. But that knowledge is being kept a secret. And he's actually being presented as a brother. So the whole conspiracy is that he's already technically in a position to gain the throne if something happened, but, you know, as things go on and as the Emperor has kids, it will be presented as, no, Jinshi has no right to it. Unless he comes out and, you know, everything gets revealed. It's a very messy situation, and the fact that you start this latest episode with his nightmare of basically, you know, there's this old frail man trying to grab him, looks like a mother figure protecting him, and he's waking. It's like, there's a lot going on there, and the fact that you pretty much end this episode with the Emperor pretty much, like saying, hey, yeah, we should add her to the bloodline. Now, last week people were concerned. They're like, oh my god, the Emperor's took an interest in Mao Mao. This could be bad. Personally, I wasn't really on that train. The Emperor has actually seemed to be a pretty good guy and pretty progressive, all things considered. And hell, if you're actually worried that Mao Mao would ever be in his interest sexually, she has no chest. Like, we know the man goes for the big titties, okay? Let's be 100% here. He even confirms that in this episode, that, yeah, you need so many centimeters more for me to even consider that. Turns out, the Emperor is actually just a big shipper of the Jinshi and Mao Mao train. And this was just one big ordeal to get them to bond a little more. So, no need to worry about the Emperor when it comes to that. If anything, he's actually pushing them closer and closer because he's saying, damn it, this progress is too slow for my liking. I don't want to have to skip a couple light novels to see you guys kiss or something, damn it. And you would expect, given everything, at some point Jinshi's probably gonna be Emperor. And given his, you know, infatuation towards Mao Mao, maybe she'll be by his side. You know, this was kind of the episode that it was almost like progressing Mao Mao higher in society, but not really. They're kind of like, we're not really. But, like, we are getting closer to that. Compare where she was at the start of season 1, sold off as a damn slave. And then how quickly she rose up the ranks in season 1. At one point, she even left her lady to go even higher, and obviously she came back after that. But still, to me, it's clear some of the trajectory that the show wants to go down, but it's hard to accurately predict everything, because every time an arc pops up, it's never a one-off. That girl who faked her death, she gonna come back at some point, or aspects about that are gonna come back. But that's what I kind of like about this show, is that yes, it is hard to remember every single episode or all the small details in this show. And you're not. No one's gonna be perfect. I'm sure I've got some stuff wrong in this video, or I have. We're human. But it's one of the shows that probably warrants a rewatch every time a new season pops up. I was blessed with the fact that I watched season 1 about a week before season 2 started. So a lot of that's still fresh in my mind. But I think going forward, if they continue to bless us with new seasons, unless like the turnaround's like 6 months, then I'll be okay. But if we get like a yearly, every 2-year season, yeah, a rewatch is probably definitely in order. Just because like there's so many things you could forget. But I guess time will tell. Either way, though, the escape room and the idea, like, I was overthinking it. Like, at first, when she chose blue, I was like, oh, we're just gonna go with the color most associated with blue. And then the final door was green, and I was like, well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then insert, oh, the color blindness, and picking the only color that's, like, most visible to you, and how it's just to explain to a non-Apothecary Diaries fan why an episode about characters choosing a door is 10 out of 10. They're gonna say one of two things. What are you on, and where can I get some, because you're clearly high as shit, or you're stupid. But any Apothecary Diaries fan who has yet to see this episode are probably gonna say one thing. I bet it was great, wasn't it? Because we've seen how this show works, man. It's just that freaking good. Itching closer and closer to ruin an anime for me. The conspiracies get thicker, and just honestly, I love how at the end of the day, when you think about it, both Mao Mao and Jinshi are running away and hiding from their parentage. Like, you look at everything I talk about with Jinshi, but then you also add Mao Mao to that equation and who she's ashamed to call her actual father. It's so interesting how similar both of their lives are, just in different elevations of royalty and shit. But still, fantastic stuff. You let me know your thoughts and feelings, whether if you're a source reader. I'm sure probably seeing how they did the grayscale with the colors was probably really nice, seeing how they adapted that for the anime. But either way, let me know your feelings down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell. And like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got June 96, Miguel Frances, Dark Lord Dashi, Kim Andre Olsen, Dreadseed, Jacob Winslow, Conrad Sosin, Sovereign, Tobias Reinhold, and we also have Jonas Welling. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and you all have a good one.